In our previous video, we reached the end of the road with atheism. We asked the ultimate questions that haunt every human being. Where did we come from? And why are we here? However, the truth is that atheism provided no real answers to our inquiries. Since we found no answers in nothingness, it is only logical to seek them on the opposite side in the world of religions and beliefs. But the moment we decide to enter this world, we discover a massive new challenge. The world doesn't contain just one or two religions. We are facing thousands of beliefs, thousands of gods, countless books, and vastly different rituals. Anyone searching sincerely might feel lost, asking, how can I reach the truth amidst this overwhelming crowd? To find our way out of this confusion, we must use logic as our compass. Therefore, I have organized this complex map by dividing the world's beliefs into two fundamental categories. This will make our vision much clearer. Man-made beliefs, naturalistic and divine religions, celestial revelations. And now we begin our journey firstly with man-made beliefs. Why? Because they represent humanity's first cry in its attempt to understand this vast, mysterious universe. These philosophies were forged far from the concept of divine revelation. They are the product of human experience and deep contemplation. In this realm, the human mind is both the source and the judge. Man tries to draw a picture of the divine and sets moral rules based on what suits his time and place. It is the created trying to explain the creator from a limited, personal perspective. These beliefs take many forms. Some worshipped nature like the sun and moon out of fear of their might. Others are philosophical religions such as Buddhism and Taoism, which began as ethical systems for self-development but evolved over time into religions with temples and sanctified figures. Most of these beliefs share the same answers to existential questions, not only regarding how we live, but also what happens after death. They are as follows. Reincarnation or karma. In many Eastern beliefs, there is no concept of heaven or hell as we know them. Instead, death is a gateway for the soul to return in another body. If you were righteous, you return to a better life. If not, you return to a lower one, a cycle of birth and death until one reaches nirvana or liberation. Immediate material justice. Some ancient beliefs focused on rewards and punishments happening only here on earth. A good harvest meant the gods were pleased. Natural disasters meant they were angry. Cessation or living through memory. Some modern philosophies view death as the absolute end. To them, immortality is only the legacy or good reputation one leaves behind, with no real judgment or accountability after death. We must stop and ask honestly, have these human conceptions satisfied the human thirst for justice? In reincarnation, one might spend thousands of years in endless cycles without knowing when the suffering ends. In cessation, the rights of the oppressed are lost forever. The problem with a belief made by man is that it remains bound by human imperfection. If the mind does not know what will happen tomorrow, how can it provide a certain vision of what happens after death? A truth that changes and shifts cannot be called absolute truth. If man has exhausted every effort to build visions of life and death through these man-made religions, he often finds himself facing a mirror that only reflects his own fears and expectations. Does it make sense that the creator of this universe, in all his precision and greatness, has left us to rely only on guesses regarding our eternal fate? Is it logical for us to be lost in an ocean of possibilities without a clear catalogue explaining why we are here and where we are going? Today, we have seen how man tried to build ladders of ideas to reach the sky. But in our next video, we will reverse the perspective entirely. We will talk about divine religions. What if the Creator was the one who took the initiative to tell us the secret of life and death? What if there is a system of justice that transcends the limits of our minds? Join us in the next part to discover the fundamental difference between what we imagine and what was sent to us.